just that I hope that she's proud of me.
Mm.
Yeah, fuck, you got me.
Mm. Sad times in my head. Feelings come up, just let them go. Change my life. Change the way I think. Change my life.
Been very emotional.
Welcome back to the podcast. I think this is episode 30.
I don't know today.
30. I think it's like 30.
35, I think.
Yeah, 35. We'll go to 35. That's what we're rocking.
Hang on. Yep.
35?
Yep.
Well, welcome back to episode 35. Yeah, thank you to everyone who keeps listening and showing us some love after each podcast, which is good. And Mum, thank you for messaging me every time someone comes on and you fucking pepper me with questions. Thank you.
Yeah, Mum's gangster. Let me just make sure I'm recording on this camera. Hang on. Keep talking.
But yeah, so welcome back. We've got a little episode planned. We were meant to have a guest this week, but we've had to move a few things around, and hopefully next week we might even have two. Not together, just like two separate guests, I guess. But yeah, so this weekend we've got our Women's Reconnection coming up.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the
Sunday, the 18th.
Yeah, 18th.
So when you're listening to this, 2 days' time.
Yeah. And with that too, this will be the last reconnection for women and men that we do for about 6 weeks, maybe a little bit longer. We'll do the men's. The men's is the following Sunday, correct?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so the men's is the following Sunday. And then
Yep.
after that, there'll be no more reconnections in Newcastle for a little bit.
Yep.
I
I think it's just time for us just to give it a little breather.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Yeah,
'Cause
I think maybe we need a breather from it as well.
Do you know how many people are going to be like, that's exactly what you fuckers need?
Yeah, so, no, it's not that it's never coming back. It's just give it a bigger break instead of just like a 3-week period.
Yeah, which it is fun, but it's very draining, as you can tell from if you're close to us. You know that we're both very exhausted by the end of the weeks, and in a result, we've just started to get a little bit drained, and
we're getting a bit more smart with it. Yeah, a bit more smart with, having these events on and stuff like that. So instead of having an event where it's like, say, 8 people at each event, we may have an event now where it'll be like 20 to 30 people at each event and make it, a bigger occasion. So 6 weeks.
6 weeks, I think.
Six-ish, maybe a bit more.
Yeah, and
Just,
we've also cancelled the East Coast tour, but we're still going to be doing the Gold Coast, which is the 8th and 9th, and then the following week we'll do the 15th and 16th in Coffs.
Yep.
We're still going to go along with those, just because we've still had a lot of people show interest.
Yeah.
It's just like now it's just at the point where we're going to have to push it a little bit harder for them to buy the tickets.
Yeah.
And that's been our biggest challenge that we're facing at the moment.
I think the tour's fucking taken a lot out of us as well.
Yeah.
Well, I know for me anyway.
I think we put a lot of pressure on for yourself. You put a lot of pressure on yourself for it.
Put a lot of pressure on myself. And also it's been really good to hear people saying they're so interested to come. But on the tour, there are so many expenses that happen before even hitting the road.
Yeah.
And just what is it now? It's like halfway in June-ish now. So most of the events are like a month out, and still, don't get me wrong, there's still plenty of time. But just interest-wise from Melbourne and Sydney, it's just been pretty low. And that's
because we do get a lot of people from those areas who are like, I've got people that want to come and I want to do this, and can you come to Melbourne and Sydney? It's not like we can just turn up. We got to buy, we got to get a spot. We got to do a few other little things, and we got to get there as well. That's another thing.
Yeah, we're just sit in the car with him for 12 hours down to Melbourne.
Hey, I'm not that fucking bad, bros.
Nah, you're pretty good into travel. You just fucking crash. Couple of fucking.
Oh yeah, I'm a struggler for fucking staying awake.
Oh.
This afternoon on the way from work, I looked at the boys and I was just like, "Fuck this, I'm going to sleep. I'm not talking to you." Had a little nap and I woke up at the fucking shed and he's just like, "Oh, thanks for talking to me on the way home." And I was like, "Sorry, bros."
Had to crash.
I said, "Man, I've been up since 2:30. Come on,
Yeah,
give me a break." Yeah.
But yeah, no, the tour isn't. It's not something that we're just going to never do. It's just something that
we just need the numbers more like definite.
Yeah,
I guess.
And I think that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that I think it was just in a position of like thinking that if we put it out there to those places, it would just do it itself, if that makes sense. Like it would just
definitely. I
like,
think that's what we thought.
right? And now having a chat to multiple people and our marketing agency and stuff like that, we just need, especially being our first tour, it just needs to be marketed correctly and needs to have a lot more time to put into it.
Once we go to these areas, it'll be a bit different. Like I think once we do the Gold Coast, I reckon maybe like a month's time, we'll probably get a bit more interest because people will go back and then they'll talk about it, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then that's how we get our marketing done, is word of mouth or people sharing stuff, or people coming to the events and then going home and telling people all about it.
Yeah.
So I think that's the power of it. And then that's why, like when we do hold our reconnections and people do see our stories and see the videos, then we get pumped with messages like, when's the next one? When's the next one? So we do them. And then when it comes to it, people are just like, I've got this on. I'm like, oh man, come on.
Yeah. That's being completely open and honest. Like, and we know this type of work it can be confronting and stuff like that. And we know that it's very easy to push this work to the side. But there is a lot of organization that goes into these events. Like this guy's already doing full-time work. And then on top of, having to organize weekend work and everything like that.
It's a lot.
It is a lot for everyone. And like Tahi said, like I guarantee we'll do Sunday and then Monday we'll get bombarded like 30
When's
messages.
the fucking next one? I'm gonna make up my message right now.
Yep.
And it's just gonna be sent out.
Listen to the podcast.
Listen to the podcast or fucking watch the stories, man.
Yeah. So
it's funny when people will message me like, oh, I didn't see anything on stories. And I was like, all I post are fucking stories, man.
Yeah, man. Like it's
watch it through, motherfuckers. I'm fucking pointing at you at home.
I get it. Like I'm guilty of it too with things in my life being like, oh, I'd fucking love to do that. And then
you're just gonna like one of my questions, brother.
Yeah, great. But it can take a toll when we're organizing events and stuff like that. So
yeah, for sure.
I think we'll have a break, and then in that break, what Tahi and I are going to do, we're going to transition more to focusing on online and getting people to our online programs and getting them properly launched and stuff like that, because the reconnection takes up like 95% of our headspace in regards to promotion.
It does. So and then when we come to promote our own courses, it's like,
which is like our main source of income, my main source of income. Yeah, it's like,
it's becoming mine.
Should be, yes.
It will be. I've got some good news I can talk to you after this.
Sweet. We're over that 6-week period, we're going to be pushing more towards online.
Yeah,
online work. So we've got some cool things that are happening in the online space. So yeah, for men and women too. By the way,
always men and women. Well, for Jacob, I'll be working with women in the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once he has
a few more male courses under my belt.
Yes, and also personal work that's showing you're ready to do so.
Exactly right. So today with this podcast, we're going to do something a little different. Jacob and I we've sat down and we've worked out some questions we're going to ask each other.
Yes.
We don't know what the questions are of each other's.
No.
I think the way we could do this is go question for question. So I'll do one, you do one. Go like that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be the best 100%. Way to.
It's just so the person doesn't get bombarded with fucking
heaps of questions. Because we all know that I fucking crumble under pressure. And I'll fucking tell someone to wear something weird.
I've started off pretty easy. Like I've eased you into it, and then
I feel like yours are going to be more hectic than mine, to be honest.
Actually no.
I'm going to start. I'm going to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Oh yeah. Go.
Okay. I feel like I know most of these, but I want it I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
What is the most important lesson you've learned from a difficult experience?
Most important lesson I've learned going through a difficult experience. The amount that you trust yourself is the amount that people around you will trust you. And no matter how many times you think you can't do it, you're getting closer to being able to do it. Yeah. Especially, like even over the last week, it's like I've had some challenging things come through for me. And yeah, like going through those challenges, it's like your mind can just bring up things that haven't even happened yet, or your deepest fears and stuff like that, and it can really start to, play an effect on your mind and stuff like that. So yeah, the amount that you trust yourself is how everyone else is going to trust you, and no matter how many times you think that you can't do it or think you're gonna fail, you're getting closer to succeeding. So
100%. I agree. That was good.
Yeah.
Like that. Here we go.
You're welcome.
Everyone ready?
I'm going to ease you into it.
Okay.
Just so you get used to it.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to let you know now. And so we have viewer retention. The last one, it's fucking probably one of the best questions I'm going to ask you.
If you make me cry,
I reckon the last one will make you cry.
Yeah.
Not who. What has been your biggest realization over the past 18 months?
Whew. My ego.
Oh, quick. Go, explain.
Yeah. I've realized that it's like it comes in so much, and when I think it's not like it's 100% there, and I use my ego to protect myself because I don't want to show vulnerability, which has been my biggest fucking challenge. This whole, like, pretty much my whole life has been my biggest challenge, and like you can see that in relationships, you can see that in the way I handle myself, like at work and with you as well. Like you can see it too. But yeah, I think that's like my ego, how I let it come in and let it play out through my life, and letting go of control. Yeah, and then like now that I've gained control from all that and been so much more aware of like when it comes down. So like within the Kings, it was like one of the like I write down if I'm going through something, like what actually triggers. Because like you can say when you go through it, like, oh, I'll do it. But like until you actually do write it down what it is, then that's how you identify it.
Yep.
And that's what I think has helped me the most, is like when I'm doing something, what actually comes in. So when I'm feeling like I'm about to get vulnerable, or like I'm about to be seen, I'll my ego will fucking come on in, brother, and take lead.
Yeah,
which is not what I want to be doing.
Well,
I do, but it's not. It's like you've seen my ego in the past, like in a few podcasts where it comes in, and it's just like there, and just been a bit more aware. So when that I do feel that, like now that I'm aware of my triggers, what actually brings in my ego, it's like once I do feel that and I recognize it, I'm like, okay, take a step back, change the perspective of it, or do something whatever I can do to get a better look of where I'm about to go, and then boom.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's the challenging thing about our egos is that we want to feel safe and protected, and that's what that is there for within our mind, is to feel safe, is to protect you. And like you said, if you're like vulnerability doesn't feel safe, doesn't feel protected, then your ego, of course, it's going to slide in. So that's the and do you know what the really powerful thing is? The more that you go through this, the more that you can help someone else go through their own ego battles. Yeah. So you'll begin to see a lot of people and a lot of men will come work with you, and they'll go, I don't know what.
This is what's going to fucking throw your mind. Even when I tell you about that, how I was going to tell you something.
Yeah.
The person who it is like, I don't know if you know him, but you might, when I tell you the story, you're going to be like, fuck, that it really hits who I am as well.
Yeah, that's exactly. Your ideal client is you.
Yeah.
You remember
100%.
that? Like your ideal client is what you've gone through.
Yeah.
Like that's because no matter what question they ask you, you have the answer for.
Yeah.
So they're looking up to you being like, you've walked this road before. How can you help me?
Yeah.
And like everything that you said there about your ego, they're being like, fuck, I haven't tried that. So let me try it. They try it and they go, fuck, I actually can control this shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to hear what, who it is. I probably don't know him. If you're saying you maybe don't know him.
He
don't have to say any. Don't have to say any.
I won't say who he is.
Okay.
But he used to play NRL.
Used to play NRL. Does his last name? Does his last name start with C?
Honestly, I don't know what his first and last name. Well, I do, but I don't know which part is actually the first and which is the last. You know what I mean? Like it's a big one.
He in Australia or is
in
he
Australia?
Is he overseas now?
No, he's here.
Our age, older, younger,
older, I guess. You might know him. I'll tell you that later.
Okay, yeah, sweet.
But you're going to get it out of me, and I'm going to have to tell
you.
Yeah.
See, letting go of control.
Oh, I can just tell it. You can fucking bleep it. You can bleep it.
Oh, no, that's more work for me.
Oh.
No.
Whatever. I was going to.
Oh, yeah, actually, ready? Cool.
That's an in-person bleep.
There you go. Fuck, I should have thought of that. But I don't know when you're going to say something outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now you do. I'll give warning.
Like, if you give me warning, I'll just slide your level down.
Okay, next question. What is something you've learned about yourself from a challenge situation?
What is something that I've learned from myself? I have learnt that when I am challenged, I can do a lot. But if I am not, how do I word this? If I'm not like 100% connected to it, or like in a situation where it's like you have to do it, or you're going to fucking fail, or whatever it is, if the back's not up against the wall, my mind will forego pretty quickly, and that's something that I've been working on over the past 12 to 24 months. Before that, it was like, no, don't even bother.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've learned that in situations where it is uncomfortable, it is challenging, it is hard to even think about doing it, I've learned that I'm pretty capable of going through this shit. Like I'm pretty comfortable being uncomfortable. I'm pretty comfortable if it's a tough conversation, or even if I'm like, this is going to be good for us, but we're not in a position to do this, I'm still back myself to do it.
Yeah.
A lot of self-belief has come from.
Have those, like, you love being in a challenge, I've noticed. So like, and if you see me in a challenge, I look over you and you've got a big smile on your face and you're like, I'm about to fucking get real uncomfortable and you're going to come with me.
Yeah. It's like, let's go, cunt. Who was I listening to that said something like this? Oh, fucking Ice in the Inner Circle thing. He said this really cool thing. He's just like, in order for us to grow, we have to put ourselves into scenarios that we know right now we can't do. So like, hey, I want to grow my business and I want to have a staff member next to me. Cool. So even if you're in a position right now where you think you can't have a staff member full time, get a staff member in and get him in there for 5 hours.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're creating a scenario now where you have a staff member, and then all of a sudden it's going to start picking up. The universe is going to see that and it's going to start bringing more in. And now you've got them on full time, then you bring another one in for 5 hours and then you build them up that way. So instead of waiting to a position where you're like, all right, now I can bring someone in full time, bring someone in, have them close, make them work their ass off for that 5 hours and that 10 hours and that 15. And now all of a sudden you're creating this like flow on effect. And I so fucking believe that. Like there's been so many times, like even when Lauren and I bought the Sanctuary, that's every cent of our savings, everything. And we were shut for 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, and there has been so many times over the past nearly 2 years of having it where it's like, Lauren, just throw it in. Like, just give it up, move on. Like, how many times have I said that to you?
Yeah.
It's like, Lauren, she needs to let it go, da-da-da-da-da. But she's the happiest that she has been in 2 years' time over the past month and a half.
Because I'm here.
Because of, yeah, sure.
There's my ego.
Sure. There it is. No, there's a reason why I'll tell you after. Actually, no, that sounds weird. She has brought someone else into the business with her.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck's this? Where's this going? What have I done now?
yeah, that's what I meant. I was like, that sounds too far fetched. But yeah, no, she's doing so well, and it's like, are we earning a wage from it yet? No, but it's in a position when now it could start to be.
And that's the thing too, like where she struggled like a little bit with like keeping members or like bringing more members in. It was like all she has to do is what I do as well, is watch what you're doing and be a reflection. And then now she's doing like with that cool post she's done with the peach and stuff. Like, what the fuck?
Like, bruh, what was this?
I was turned on.
So am I allowed to come?
Yeah, can I fucking go to this?
Yeah, and that's all because of this other girl that she's brought in.
Yeah, and it's and that's what's going, and that's the thing. And that's
you would know her.
Who is it?
You know her. So yeah, her.
I thought that's who it was.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she's come in and fuck.
I love this. I was just thinking this. I just talk so much shit. Like,
people are going to be listening to the podcast going, it keeps dropping out.
yeah, it's just reception.
But yeah, no, now she's getting into a position where they're looking at doing other things in there, and it's going really well. And
Good.
She's got a lot of
Happy for your Loz.
things, and then she's starting to get back into her birthing stuff, and now she's got clients.
Actually, I have a
birthing.
question. I'm not gonna fucking. I got a question about that after.
All right.
I've got a mate who he's just found out they're having a kid.
Yep.
And I was like, they're like a bit stressed because they're young. And I was like, oh, my business partner's wife, she does something with pregnancy. I don't know exactly what she does, but she does something. I'm sure she could help.
The only way that Lauren will work with them is if they don't want to birth at the hospital.
Oh, well, fuck it.
So
I'll have to ask
that question. But yeah, no, she's got like 2 clients there, and I think that's what's helping me as well, because for the past 2.5 years, it's been solely on me to get the money in.
Yeah.
And fuck me, does it stress me out?
I know.
I know. Like I did the math.
I cop it.
I did the math. I've spent $42,000 on rent in a year. Like I know it's fucking wild. But I'm actually proud of myself to being able to do that, especially like.
So this is the thing I don't like, that people have that about around like rent and buying a house. Like honestly, what's the point of, like, I will buy a house eventually, but what's the point of buying a house you're just in debt to a bank?
Yeah.
And then you got all these stresses on you anyway. So either way, you're still out.
Mate, the only argument people have for that is I would rather be paying my own mortgage than someone else's.
Yeah, but you don't own it.
Exactly.
And they're like, oh, I'll own it eventually. What, when you're 70 years old, and what are you going to do with it? Fucking retire in the cunt?
Exactly.
Ooh. Was that a swear?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It just came out.
I drop C-bombs every fucking week.
Yeah, sorry, Mum, if you're listening.
But yeah, no, like, and then I don't think people realize how many other things come from owning.
Yeah, like at the moment, their interest rates are fucking booming.
Insane interest rates.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway,
my shit ain't going up. Landlord, if you're listening, just keep it where it's at.
Keep it where it's at. Well, yeah. If you make it any higher, I'm out.
Yeah. Make it any higher, bitch. Fuck you.
But yeah, no, it's starting to get to a place now where like she's contributing in that regard, and that's making her feel a lot better. And anyway, she's doing very well. Anyway,
I hope for a question. That was a good question. I mean, that went better than I thought it was going to go.
I hope that answered your question.
It did. Answered a lot of questions.
I'm still easing you in here.
Okay, here we go.
What is your biggest goal/goals for the next 12 months?
Biggest goal for 12 months is to be here full time.
Yep.
And no more concreting, because I love working with Tyson.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, I honestly love going to work with him.
Yeah.
But fuck, I'm sick of concrete now.
Yeah. If it was a different type of work, it would be great.
Yeah.
Imagine if Tyson was here and that was the type of work we're doing.
Well, this is the thing I've practiced.
Invest into us, Tyson. All right. Fuck.
Well, he's pretty much my client. He just doesn't know
it. That's why he's keeping you there, bro.
Honestly, like a lot of people are like the boys are like, oh, he's so different now, and I'm like, because I'm fucking on the sly. I'm slowly doing things for him.
I'm on the slightly doing things for him. Hey, no, he showed up to that reconnection. He fucking killed it.
He did. So my biggest goal is
be here full time. Yep.
And then what else was it? Sorry.
Just biggest goals/goals. If you've got any others.
So I want to have at least 3 courses of my going.
Yep.
Every week.
Yep.
So do 3 different separate courses for 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have that consistently going. So that's that is going to be the reason how I become this full time. But that's what the next. I'm going to make that a 3-month goal.
Cool.
Yeah. They're pretty much personal goals. I do have some, but keep them quiet.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely around business, with Polaris. Because to be honest, my business goals around Polaris are pretty much my personal goals anyway. Because Polaris is more than just a business. It's us.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely full time. Have my course going a bit more, and be a lot more comfortable talking in front of a camera on social media.
You're getting there.
That's a goal. And I think that's coming down to vulnerability and ego.
Yep. It's
always there.
It's a weird thing to do as well. Like, it's unnatural.
The one I did last night.
How many takes?
1.
That's good.
No, 2, sorry. 2 takes. Good. How good's that?
Sweet, that's fine.
I had to go back and delete all the other ones the other day. There was 40 minutes it took me to make a fucking 7-second video.
You're like, fuck me.
Yeah. It's so much easier. I just kept this last night's one, I just kept it simple.
Yep.
boom.
Easy. Bang, right?
Yeah.
Hang on, before you ask the next question, I'm going to just fucking restart this camera.
I was about to go. But yeah. Hey everyone. Just fixing up the camera for everyone who's listening on Spotify.
I can't wait to have a camera where
We don't have to fucking get up.
for an hour straight. I don't have to
We
get
can
up
get
and
Cody's
change it.
6K camera.
More than that, bro.
No, not price wise. Isn't it a 6K?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Fuck. 8K, I think you said. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Ks you can go.
Not enough.
Not enough.
All right, my question.
Yep.
What has been the most difficult decision you've had to make?
What is the most difficult decision I've had to make?
Well, actually, I've got another goal. Sorry, but Ian, I
Go.
forgot it.
Let me think.
It's to so you run the shift.
Yep.
And like Jacob does a lot. Is my goal is to transition into running my own shift.
Mm-hmm.
So him to relax a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a goal. I think I've said that on a podcast before with us, with Nerida, maybe.
Yeah, that's a big goal. You're gonna have to fucking convince me a lot to be able to do that, but I like that goal.
I reckon I can do it. I've convinced you. I've lied to you of how good I am. And look at where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm doing a podcast with you.
Yeah.
I'm a business partner.
Yeah. Rein it in, buddy.
But yeah, so back to you.
Make that a 3-year goal.
Yeah.
Um,
What has been the most difficult decision you've had to make so far?
difficult decision. There's been a couple of difficult decisions. I think one difficult decision I had to make was to stop this like nearly 2.5 years ago when we first started taking over the sanctuary and stuff like that. I had to make that decision. That was a difficult decision I had to make. But also I was in the headspace back then of like not really wanting to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Like the amount of clients that you're getting, that's what I was getting.
Yeah.
And I was just like fuck this. You know what I mean? Not to say that the amount of clients that you're getting is weak or anything, but what I'm saying is if that was your full-time thing,
yeah,
you know what I mean? You'd be like, I need something else. And yeah, that was a difficult thing to do. And yeah, I think that would have been the biggest thing for sure.
To take that leap to doing it full time. Oh, like not full time. You're already doing it full time, but to take that leap to just keep going. Like imagine if you gave up.
I did for 6 months. You were the first group I had back.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I always think about that. I'm always like, fuck it. Imagine if I like was just full time at the sanctuary. That's what I would have been. That's what I was, bro. I was on the reception for like 4 months.
Imagine walking in and seeing you on reception, bro. I'd lose it.
Namaste. That would have been me.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, no, it always works out the way. As long as you fucking stay true to what you want to do, it always works out.
Yeah, 100%.
Always works out, and that's something that I'm still fucking working through and focusing on and stuff like that. But I always remember and say to myself, no matter what you're going through, no matter if it's great or if it's low, if you're staying true to what you are made to do, then it's going to work out. It's going to happen for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would probably be the biggest. I'm just trying to think of other things over my life. Another difficult decision, which it wasn't really a decision. It was more forced upon me.
Which is this?
Huh?
Which is to do this work? Is that what you're about to say?
You're
about to talk about with Lauren?
Huh?
Is that what you're about to talk about with Lauren?
What do you mean?
How she's like, it's either this, it's either.
Oh, that wasn't a difficult decision.
Yeah.
That was okay, I need to do this.
Yeah.
It was like that, easy. It was probably the biggest difficult decision I've had was when Nan was dying and I couldn't see her.
Oh yeah.
In the nursing home because of COVID.
Yep.
Like that was pretty full on. I think that was one of the biggest reasons why I stopped coaching as well. So I was just like, fuck this. Pretty much just fuck the world. But yeah, that would have been the biggest. Yeah, I think that's probably as far as I can think back. Then if you want to go back to like when I was 22, like breaking up with Lauren, that would have been. I don't know if that was a difficult decision. It was my most stupid decision, but Yeah.
That was dumb.
Yeah. Hey, need to do it. Need to do it to get into this place.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. Obviously, there's not much that's coming through, so there must be anything else. Yeah, I think that's it. Good question. Good question. All right, this one's a bit more of a
Oh, here we go.
full-on one. Then the last two is, going to smack you in your cheeks.
Oh.
That sounds a bit weird. What are 5 implementations men or women can do to regain their self-worth?
To regain their self-worth.
Even if it's not 5, just 3.
Okay. I think the biggest one is which I did. It was I don't know how people are with crystals, but instead of like the best way I did it was to look at myself in the mirror, and I held a crystal, which is a what's it called? The pink one, love
quartz,
rose quartz, or
rose
love
quartz,
whatever it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
one of those, and when I brought it, the lady was like, "Just look in the mirror for 21 days and tell yourself I love you."
Yep.
And it was honestly one of the best things I ever did because it just like when you write stuff down in like journal and stuff as well, it's like it's good, but like to look at yourself in the mirror and actually tell yourself that you love yourself.
Yep.
Was like one of the biggest things that helped me so much through the breakup that I went through. But it wasn't even that it helped me through the breakup. It was more like it just really helped me like
fall in love with yourself.
Yeah, fall in love with myself.
Yeah. And do you know that statement is so fucking like, he can't say that. Like, bruh, the amount you love yourself is the amount that other people are going to do the same for you. So
Exactly.
why wouldn't you? You know?
Yeah.
So that's a good one.
There's that. What else we got? Mine's going blank.
Keep going. You got it.
I think a good way is to do like I said this a few times, that like do a pros and cons.
Yep.
On yourself.
Yep.
Like, what are you doing in your life that could be doing better, and what are you doing that's making your life worse?
So more of like a life audit, like auditing.
Pretty much, and then, from that is where you'll get answers to like your self-worth. Like, what are you adding to your self-worth, like by going out drinking and partying? Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do, but if you're trying to be in a better position, look at those things that you are doing that are putting you in that bad position.
Yep.
So I think that's a big one.
Yep.
One more.
You got it.
Self-worth.
What do you do for your self-worth? What makes your self-worth increase?
Well, I do a lot. So I do like meditate.
Yeah, you go. Bang.
Journal.
Yep.
75-day challenge that I'm doing.
Yep.
Ice bars. Like,
there you go.
There's so
heaps.
Now they're coming.
There you go. Focus on yourself.
Yeah. It's just, I think a good one too is sunrises.
Yeah.
Sunrises and sunsets,
especially like in the first part of your morning, like getting out there and getting some natural sunlight.
Yeah.
100%.
Like my morning, I'm so in love with my routine. It's like 2:30 wake up, get up, go straight and have a cold shower, get out, make a brekkie, like follow a nutrition plan, do that. Come back in, go to the gym, go there for about an hour to an hour and a half, come home, get changed for work, go to work, and as I'm driving to work, we see the sunrise. And I'm just like, fuck, I feel, like this morning I felt on top of the world.
Yep.
We're driving to work and we're about to pour concrete, and I was like, fuck, I feel good. And then 2 o'clock came around. 2 o'clock came around, I was like, fuck this place. But then like tonight I'll go home. It's family dinner night tonight, which I can't wait for.
Yep.
But yeah, normally I'll just like cook dinner, and then I'd like have a nice hot shower, do my skin routine, journal, nighttime meditation, go to bed, bed by 8 o'clock. Yeah. And it's just fucking, that's what's
working.
It's making me feel good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So I think that's probably the best thing to do is just
find what works for you.
Yeah. And that, like, I think sleep has been the biggest thing too, is like focus on my sleep, and then that's what's made me like happy. Because I wake up in the morning with that fucking sunrise clock, man, and I just like this morning I woke up, I literally woke up and it was 2:32, and I just looked at it and I was like, it's time to get up.
Let's go.
Just like, it wasn't like in a shock or just, I was just calm, got up, showered, boom. There's my answer.
There you go.
Here we go.
Bang.
All right, if that's not too bad. I wonder what 2 and 4 and 5 are going to be.
You already had 4 and 5.
What?
You already had 4. Oh, it's in question wise. I thought you meant like on self-worth, like
I'm
4 and 5. I was like, right, you just rattled off 7 of them.
I'm talking about the fucking questions. What is something you've always wanted to do but haven't yet done? Because maybe before you were saying about that, And I was like, oh, you're going to love my question. This is it.
What is something that I would love to do but I haven't done yet?
So let's just go back to before kids.
I
I won't say before Lauren because you're fucking 11 years old. But like
prepubescent
before
boy.
kids, where it's like you've always wanted, like, let's say you want to be like a footy star or something. Like, what's something you've always wanted to do but you haven't?
Yeah, that's hard for me to think about before kids. Travel would be something that I would like to do, but obviously you can still do that with kids and stuff. That's fine.
Well, I think that's the answer. You've wanted to travel, but you haven't.
Yeah, travel. You travel more anyway. I would definitely like to get more behind my my bow and start traveling around with that.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. That would be really cool.
Well, we're taking it to the Goldie.
Take it to the Goldie, take it to I'd love to go up to Northern Territory and do a 7-day stint up there. That would be awesome. But yeah, I think travel, I think as well, like being so, within the business a lot. I think I'd like to really test myself a bit more.
Maybe a ride to Byron Bay.
Yeah, something could be something physical, something like that.
Actually, I think it's my time to challenge you to something. You did this to me last year. I think this is your year, brother.
Here we go. But yeah, I think it's getting to a point where I don't want my identity outside of the business to be lost, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I do, because I feel like your identity at the moment is just Polaris.
Oh, massively. And maybe for now.
And I will say something. His identity is coming back because look at him. Look at he's wearing. He's got some Jordans on. He's got a nice outfit.
I used to wear this shit when I was like 22, 23, 24.
Yeah, well, even better, you're 30.
Yeah, even better, we got him when we're 30. But yeah, no, I think definitely testing myself a bit more and and like I said, right now, like the amount that I'm here and doing this and being within Polaris and stuff, it's needed right now. But definitely soon it's going to be testing time.
Maybe
which
in between
I don't know
this
what
6-week break of reconnections, you can do something for you.
I'm thinking about taking not just 6 weeks off the reconnection, but 6 weeks off just coaching.
I think you should
have a break for 4 weeks or 6 weeks.
I got this, brother.
yeah, it's all on him.
Company goes to shit.
I can't believe it's on fire, and you're like, what can I say?
Who would have thought?
But yeah, there's a few things that I would like to test myself with, and
well, here's the challenge to yourself. I think after July with that 6 weeks break, I think you do it. 6 weeks off to go do what you need to do.
Or just find out what it is and
what it is.
Yeah, because I just don't want it to be like a 4 week thing. I want to be able to have it and be like, all right, man, you've got say like 9 months to prep for this and fucking just go at it, and then have like this. Yeah. Don't know what it is. It'll come through. We'll see. But yeah,
that's good. I like that.
Yeah, definitely start to test myself more and start to bring through. Oh, that's not even a word. Start to bring through again. My identity outside of this business, which, like you said, it's starting to come back through the fashion.
And you got a fresh haircut, my peeps.
I did it myself.
Still fresh.
All right, here we go.
All
right, ready? Like I said, the last one is, the last one's going to fucking smack it. But this one's going to make you think. Cool. What do you believe you are running from at the moment?
Vulnerability.
What else? I'm going to press you a bit further. Because we've already said vulnerability.
Yeah. Well, that's the challenge, man, is like being seen for who I am.
See, but that's different to vulnerability.
Yeah,
being seen and vulnerable.
Yeah.
So vulnerability is you willingly expressing, like being vulnerable to someone.
Yeah.
But being seen for who you are, that's like you being naked in front of someone and them seeing that.
Which is good.
I've heard good things. So yeah, it's two different things. But I agree, man. Like being seen for who you are can be, especially if you haven't done that for a while.
I've done it once, and like when I did do that, it's like it didn't turn out well.
Yep.
And I think that's why I'm so scared of doing it again. Is to
what do you think it more got like thrown back in your face or
bit of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of was just like, yeah, like finally being able to do that, but show myself, and then for it to come back at me, I was just like, yeah, I don't do that again. Yeah. I guess that's why my ego comes in so much, is just like, because it comes in a lot. Like when the tiniest little bit of like I'm about to be seen, it just fucking, it's like goes from like here to fucking.
Yep.
Yeah, and you've seen that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think just to be seen as who I am is probably my biggest fucking challenge. Yeah.
And you're leaning into it.
I am. I really am. I'm really trying.
It's good.
And yeah, they're the things that people don't see because like I don't really post about it. But I feel like I'm starting to vocalize it a little bit more and make it a bit more comfortable for myself. Because I think for me to be seen, I need to vocalize it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. I think the whole 75 thing that you're doing at the moment is really good. That's helping you getting more active on socials.
Well, not so much more. It's got me back into knowing my purpose. Because like when I did the shift, I was so like you broke it down to me. You're like, when it was a shift, you were just so into it, like because I had something. And then like I did the Kings, and because it was just a bit everywhere with like working for us as well, and then like doing other things, and it was just all over the place. But like now it's like this is what I have for myself, and I'm just like, and like that's why I said I think I put up a story last night. It was like about being accountable. It was because I think I fell asleep at like super early on my night. I missed a day, so I was like, no, I'll start again. Yeah. But yeah, and like being able to hold myself again accountable is like that's what's gonna make me when I was doing that, that's where I got a lot of growth from. Yeah, it was like holding myself accountable and like having integrity and stuff, like not just have to be all about social media, I guess, but like doing it for myself.
100%. Yeah, I like that. Fuck yeah, Paul.
Yeah,
all right, hit me with the last one.
What has been something that you were grateful for that has impacted you the most?
Ooh, many things. Yourself would be what I'm very grateful for, and it's impacted me in a very. What'd you say? The last part of the question. Impacted
you the most.
Impacted me the most. Yeah. Yourself. Obviously Lauren. Obviously the kids, but everyone hears that, so they can take a back.
You can keep talking about me if you like.
Yeah. That's all you get. Obviously Max and Acacia as well. Them stepping in. And yeah, I guess I'm grateful for myself and staying true to what I seen 6 years ago in a visualization and pretty much creating that. And you know, it's a weird thing of saying it feels like that is just the beginning. Like there is so much more now that comes with what we're doing and stuff like that. And you know, that's what someone said to me yesterday. Like, it just feels like there's heaps of stuff that's happening like this, and a lot of people are doing this type of stuff now. And I'm like, yeah, it's great. They're like, oh, but don't you think that there's going to be other people and like competitors for you and stuff? I'm like, I don't see competitors. Let them do what they want, and also they've got a different purpose to what we've got.
Yeah.
So,
and that's the thing you learn about this type of work is everyone has their own vision, and lucky enough, you and I have the exact same vision, and that's why we bond and we work together so well. Yeah. But like you can go like we might do the same stuff that other people do, but you'll get a different experience from whoever leads that. Yeah. Or facilitates 100%. That. And that's the difference with us is like we have our own way that we do it. Yeah. We have our courses that run how we want them to run. Yeah. And yeah, like you might go learn the exact same thing from someone else, but it's like you're going to get a different
delivery
result.
And also your own personal state is going to be different.
Yeah.
And like they said, they were like, oh, but like, you know, what if Tahi, Max and Acacia are going to do other stuff? I'm like, fucking, they need to go do other stuff. That's what's going to get their wisdom. Like that's where it all comes from. Yeah. Is being in those other scenarios and other places. So, yeah, like it's really good that we've got all of these amazing things that are coming through. It's going to be really beneficial for all of us because this type of work was taboo for so long. Yeah. And now it's starting to become not as much.
No, it's starting to become really good.
So yeah, grateful for you, grateful for Max Acacia, grateful for myself and staying true to
Your purpose.
staying true to this and staying true to, you know, knowing that this can be successful and knowing that we can push through and create something that we want to create. So
I like that. That was a good answer.
Yeah.
Oh, well, here we go.
all right, ready?
I feel like I already know what you're gonna ask.
You probably do already, yeah. Like I said, this one's full on, but yeah, we're not here to fuck spiders. And finally, what is your message to your sister that's looking over you?
I knew you were gonna say that.
Hey, just a message. What would you like to say?
Oh man, you're gonna get me.
Yeah, I told you.
I fucking knew this was gonna be the question. What was it again? What's a message to her?
Yeah,
Oh man, you're gonna get me.
into it.
Just that
Breathe.
fucking dog.
There's a vulnerability.
Yeah, here it is. Get ready. Just that I hope that she's proud of me. Yeah, fuck, you got me. Yeah, just I hope she's proud. Yeah, I can't speak.
No, she 100% is.
Yeah,
100%.
just and I think just I was told, like, my sister went and saw a psych, and she said that every time your brother looks in the mirror at the gym, it's her laughing at me. So every time I look at myself, like, that's I think of that. And just the biggest thing is just that her little brother's doing something good and not fucking being a dickhead like he was. Yeah, that's my message.
Fuck yeah.
I'm cutting it off.
There you go.
There you go, everyone. You wanted to see me vulnerable?
There's your vulnerability.
There it is. Am I
See,
seen?
that's the Tahi I know.
Yeah.
There it is right there.
This is the Tahi that doesn't come out much.
Yeah, no. That's what I said.
Fuck up.
That's what I say to everyone. I was like, yeah, but he's my Tahi. I know what he is, and it's good. It's good that you can lean into that side. And
the thing is, when I
that.
get home or drive, I'll have like so many things I could have said. And
No,
it'll just hit me,
100%.
and I'm like, I should have said that.
yeah, it's always a way, and not just with that. It's like same for me. Being like, what am I grateful for? Fuck, I'm grateful for heaps more than Tahi.
Yeah. Fuck Tahi.
But no, that was good. Good shit.
Yeah, no,
Good
it's
stuff.
good. I like that.
I like that scenarios. They're good. We should do them more often if we're by ourselves.
I'm hoping to God we ain't by ourselves.
I'm saying if we can't get a guest, I think that was more enjoyable than us fucking
Yeah, it was.
trying
That
to
was
stretch
good.
it out.
It was better than last week's one when we just talked shit.
Bruh.
It was good that we came up with something like this.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah.
I think I needed this as well.
I like it. It's good. We could be
Yeah.
a nice little setup.
Nice little bond again.
Yeah, nice
We were
little-
missing that for a little bit there.
Have we got anything else?
Ah, no, I'm fucking ready to go now. I need to go have a 10-minute cry in my car. I've got family dinner. I need to fucking. I need to be happy before I go there.
Freshen up.
No, but a little message to my sister.
Yep.
I love you.
Yep.
Thinking of you all the time.
Yeah.
And big time. I hope you're proud of me.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, she is. Fuck yeah. She lives on through you and what you do.
Yeah.
That's what she's there for. All right, cool.
All right. Well, yeah. That's us.
There you go. There's some vulnerable Tahi.
Yeah.
There's some tears. There's some joy. We'll get some good feedback for that one, and
I hope
people will
so.
see a good side
Yeah.
to you. I think everyone knows that you've got that side of it.
I think people do, but I don't show it enough.
Yeah.
And like the people that are closest to me, they're just like, when they do see it, they're like, "Oh, he's so nice," and then like, I'll straight away just cut it out. And like,
Yeah.
"Oh, just stop.
Yeah.
Just don't. Yeah. I don't know. It's honestly, it's such a big challenge, and I think since
It's
last
like
2
it's
weeks,
like I knew the vulnerability was your biggest challenge, and I knew that question would show everyone.
I knew it too. That's why I was like, he's gonna fucking say something about
Yeah.
my sister.
He's got me.
I should have just said, "Oh yeah, Selena's at home."
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, she's good.
No, I said sister looking over you. That's
Yeah,
why
I know.
read it like that.
I knew you would.
You could have got me back and being like,
I was
what do you
just
reckon your
fucking
nan
saying
would
it.
say, or
I was just at hit you
what do you
heels.
reckon
Don't
your
you
twin
fucking
would
worry.
be thinking?
I was about to, but
I was like, don't you
that
fucking there, man.
was an ego thing for me to do, so I didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you everyone for listening. I
Yep.
hope you've enjoyed that podcast as much as we have.
Yeah.
But yeah, stay tuned. Remember, Women's Reconnection this Sunday, and the men's the following week.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to go about a fucking ticket, do it, because
Yeah.
this is it for the last 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So get your fucking
Get your tickets, please.
Please.
Love yous.
I love you.
All
All
right,
right. Yeah.
catch
Thank
ya.
you for listening.
Well,
and
we promise we'll have a guest next week. Actually,
Yeah.
I shouldn't say promise, but we will endeavor to have a guest next week.
I think we do.
We
do.
had one. We had 2 lined up this week, and it's just
Fuck
anyway.
us.
Anyway,
We
so
fucked
we will have it rocking and rolling for next
We
week.
will.
So much
All right.
love.
Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.